Well, that was a tough game. I don't want to play that game again, and I'm sure Bo doesn't either. But you do know you're going to have to, and you do know in the NCAA tournament, that was reminding me of playing Pittsburgh a few years ago. I mean, those games they're just what they are. They're slugfest. They're 15-round bouts. They're games that you got to play that. And for us to be able to play that way and be successful, I think it'll be a benchmark to say, remember when we played Wisconsin, we had to do this. And remember we played Florida, we had to do that. That's the advantage of playing different styles, and that was always our advantage, I think, why we've had some success in the NCAA tournament, able to play different styles. We could run, we could do this, we could do that. And this gave us a night when, hey, they played their tail off too. I mean, they really played hard and well, and they're physical. They're physical, and I think it was good for us. That's one thing I said good teams have to be able to do is win different ways, and tonight we won with some grit and against a team that played with some grit. We did rebound well, we checked well, and that's how we won the game. I don't think either team shot particularly well because there weren't a lot of good looks to basket, even though I think both of us had some. And the only thing I was disappointed with is we talked all week about pulling up on those jump shots because you can't get to the rim against them, and we did not do a very good job of that. But it was a tough game to play, tough game to coach, tough game to officiate, and that's what these two teams do. And yet it was a good win for us at home, and one that I think will help us because we had to learn how to win a very gritty way. I thought we played awfully well against the team, and I'm sure it didn't look that way. I'm sure it didn't look that way either way, but that was an NCAA game. That was a tough game. I thought there was a lot of great defense by both teams. A couple layups and a couple of free throws. A 10, 12-point lead in this game is like a 20-point lead in most games. And I think that's what you don't realize. But, hey, give their guys credit. They didn't quit. And I thought both teams, it was a gritty performance. And I think it'll be good for us. We had to win a game like that. You always question your team's toughness until you see them against a tough team. That was a tough team we played. One thing I will say, I swear to you, we're trying to score right away. And they do run that offense, and they run it. We must have had 6 possessions when either it was shot clock or we actually got an air ball out of them about 5 or 6 times. And so I felt good about, what we did there, but they just keep running that thing. They have patience. Give them credit. That's what they do, and that's why it's a system that, they follow it. He's won with it, but it is hard to play against, and I'm sure they felt that we were hard to play against. We're going to benefit from this game. I don't know when, but we're going to benefit from it. I don't know as much about this team as I'd like to know right now. That's one of the problems, and whether it's their fault or my fault, that's one of the things we're in the process of growing in. We're not where we need to be yet. I thought the last 3 games we've taken some strides in a lot of different ways, but it's exactly what I told my team in the locker room. I didn't question your toughness on whether you were or weren't. I didn't know. And I thought tonight you showed some grit. And I thought, that's where I thought Kalen was good in a couple huddles. He wanted the ball. He wanted to cover Lure at the end, and I almost let him. So there were a lot of things that I think we grew up tonight, but, we still got a long way to go. We're just not as smooth as I think we should be. But I'm not sure when you play Wisconsin, I don't think you'll ever look smooth because of the way they play too. So I'm looking at it as a good win for us, even though the shooting percentage was down and the scoring was down. We maintained our rebounding. We definitely defended. And I got all the faith that Rel and Chris have been shooting better, and Kalen and Cory have been shooting better, and I think that'll come back. So good win for us. We've got to move on and see what we can do on Saturday.